In Kansas City tonight, weather may be a major factor as the Red Sox and the Royals try to play game number 1. It'll start 30 minutes early with a storm approaching. Sonny Gray will bid for win number 5 when we do, in fact, get things underway. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Dave O'Brien alongside Sweet Lou Merlone, Jemai Webster coming away shortly. And Sonny Gray has pretty much been exactly what the Red Sox had hoped for when they got him. Lou coming in at 4-1. He's been reliable and dependable.
He's throwing the ball really, really well. The thing is, it hasn't looked like the Sonny Gray of the last couple of years, and mainly because through the first 6 starts, there wasn't a ton of swing and miss. There wasn't a lot of strikeouts. And this is a guy that struck out 200 guys the last 2 years. You were kind of looking for that. But then in his last start, as we saw, kind of went back to the spinners, right? Went back to the curveball, went back to the sweeper. The sinker was outstanding. He had 11 swing and misses against the Phillies. That was a season high. And he got 6 strikeouts, also a season high. So that's the Sonny Gray of old, even though he's still been throwing the ball great all year long.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Royals have one of the game's true superstars in 25-year-old Bobby Witt Jr. He signed a 14-year contract 2 years ago. That's going to turn out to be a bargain for Kansas City. Red Sox and the Royals coming your way next. Red Sox baseball on Essence brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. By Aura, wish you could delete yourself from the internet? Try Aura today. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by buyatoyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com. Sox Royals game 1 coming up shortly here. As we toss it down to Jemai. Jemai, the 2 best players for the Red Sox consistently have been Wilson Contreras and the guy you just talked to, Wilyer Abreu.
That's right, Dave. And Abreu, because his offense has remained steady for the Red Sox. The defense continues to be the gold standard. And tonight, he has a very sweet matchup against Seth Lugo, who he is a career .429 off of. I asked him about what he sees when Lugo's on the bump.
No, I mean, just try to stay ready, be ready as soon as possible, because he's a pitcher who likes to work really quick. So we just try to stay ready from the beginning, like as quick as possible, because he likes to work very quick. I mean, if we're talking like responsibility, is like pressure, out of field pressure right now to have the to be in the game or try to carry the offense all that, but just try to stay on my plan and stay doing what I know to do, and try to help that my teammates to get the rallying going, and we'll see what happens.
Willie, of course, trying to get back in the win column tonight. It's a good night to hit off of Lugo, who he's gone deep against. We'll see what happens. He leads the team with 17 multi-hit games. Lugo opposite Sonny Gray, who's looking to earn win number 5 this year. Obi and Lou from KC. That's next.
Red Sox baseball on Essence brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. And powered by Salem 5. Keep your bases covered with insurance from Salem 5. Make your move. First of the 3-game series, weather permitting. And we mean that in all sincerity tonight with the storm moving in. Give you a look at the Red Sox lineup this evening. It's brought to you by Plymouth Rock. It'll go Duran, Gasper, Abreu 1, 2, 3. Contreras batting in the 4th spot. Masataka Yoshida is in left tonight. Monasterio at short. Meyer still at second base, though he took some ground balls at short today. Connor Wong doing the catching. Sogard at third, the switch hitter, batting 9th.
On the mound for the Royals, starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, 36-year-old Seth Lugo. You see those 9 starts, first 5 a lot better than the last 4, but 1-3 with a 3.76 ERA. As for his arsenal, bear with me. This may take a while. It's 9 pitches. Let's just leave it at that. The fastball is going to be about 91, 92 miles an hour. Defensively, for the Royals, doing Michael Garcia, he'll be at third base with Witt and Massey up the middle. Pasquantino at first base. The outfield left to right is Collins, Isbell, and Caglione, with Salvador Perez doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight's game presented by M&T Bank. It is the Laz Diaz experience. He has home plate. James Jean at first, Eric Backus at second, and Malachi Moore at third. We're available to telecast Kabir in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. The weather forecast very iffy. The reason for the game being moved a half hour earlier. Chance of thunderstorms, and if they do hit, they're supposed to be pretty serious with hail and a lot of heavy rain and high winds. So we're trying to get the game finished very quickly here tonight. Red Sox trying to put it in the win column. They've won 7 straight series against Kansas City going back to September of 22. And Jarren Duran in to start it tonight against Lugo, and we're underway on ball 1.
Sinker at 89 out of the gate. I mentioned it's a 9-pitch mix. I don't get it. I don't know when to throw what. You got to stay in the middle of the field. There's a cutter at 89. And I mean, really, other than like this slow slurve and curveball that's like 4 or 5%, everything's right around 10%. They mix everything in.
Jarren's 3 for 9 off from lifetime. A couple of Red Sox have pretty good numbers against Lugo. He was 6'5", about 225, 36 years old, from Louisiana. And 2-2. Mickey Gasper, the DH tonight, on deck. Mickey getting a chance to play every day. Right now hitting .320. Chad Tracy said he's going to ride the hot hand. The 2-2 on the way. And a ground ball right at Massey at second. That's a fast out. 1 gone in the first.
I mentioned Lugo kind of see those numbers on the year, but the first 5 starts he was 1-1 with a 1.15 ERA. They're hitting 181 off him. The last 4 0-2 with a 7.59, 394 batting average. So the last 4 starts he's coming into this one giving it up.
Gasper hitting lefty to start tonight and goes after the first pitch. Well, 2 years ago, Lugo had the season of his life. He went 16-9 with an ERA of 3 in 33 starts. Made the All-Star team. He was the runner-up in the Cy Young to Skubal. Check swing and a foul ball. It's quickly 0-2 on Mickey. I mean, that's a sensational year.
He was always kind of like a swing guy. Remember that last year in San Diego? He was in the offseason, wanted to be a starting pitcher, and came out of the gates here in Kansas City.
1-2. Abreu on deck. And Lugo's been a big leaguer since 2016 with the Mets. 2-2. 8-7 last year. Had some injury problems. ERA at 4.15. Had a back issue, a finger issue, so could not duplicate what he did 2 years ago. 2-2. Chop and pass first foul.
Really good test for this lineup. We really got to stay in the middle of the field. For the most part, in general, guys can get a little pull happy, but when you face a guy like Lugo that's not going to overpower you, that's going to cut it, curveball, slider, and sweeper, change up, you have to stay in the middle of the ballpark to stay on everything. You can still turn on this heater.
Going to call that strike 3. Gasper fans caught looking, and 2 out.
Slow change up. May have been a little bit up. Good pitch, corner of that zone. After a fastball in that he turned kind of hooked foul, he went soft away.
Sends up Abreu right at 300 with 6 home runs. And as Jemai mentioned, he's 3 for 7 with a home run against Lugo. It's not a huge sample. 3 for 7 is 3 for 7.
Still got a couple walks in there too, so sees him well.
Bases empty and 2 down. Just getting started on a very pleasant night at the moment here in Kansas City. Very comfortable. Breeze out to left. 2-1. Red Sox just dropped the series in Atlanta. First 2 games highly competitive. The third game absolutely not. On the 2-1. He goes to 3-1.
Keep everything away from Abreu. He's done a good job of kind of going out there and taking his hits, hitting it hard the other way. Kind of just singles, but I think if you're attacking them, it's power pull side. You'll give up those singles the other way versus him.
Lugo likes to work very quickly, as Abreu said in those comments with Jemai before he got started tonight. Got to be ready for him. He likes to get it and go. Contreras on deck. And a payoff pitch to Willier.
I just try to figure out when you got 9 pitches, Salvi's back there, and it's like, how do you, the difference between the slider and the sweeper or the cutter, like what's going into these decisions? The curve, the slope curve. I mean, there's no real shaking. It's just whatever you think, let's do it.
Especially a guy who works this quickly. And that's in there for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, caught lookings of Gasper and Abreu, and Kansas City's coming up. Presented by Xfinity. Michael Garcia about to lead it off, and then Bobby Witt Jr. 7 home runs. Look out, 13 stolen bases, and he is hot coming into this series. Garcia 263, 3 home runs, and facing Sonny Gray, who is 4-1, 318 earned run average.
Red Sox starting pitcher brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. The 36-year-old, you mentioned it, 7 starts, 4-1, 3.18 ERA. He's been really good his last couple off of the IL. Giving up 1 run in those 2 starts.
Liner that'll skip, knocked down by Monasterio. He will throw after the recovery and plenty of time to get Garcia for out number 1. Yeah, Red Sox have won 5 of Sonny's 7 starts.
Check out his arsenal. He'll mix in, I call it 6 pitches. That slider, I don't know if miscalculated or not, but the cutter he kind of leads with, although last time he did not. It was more sinkers. This thing, his last outing, kind of that cutter came back and he led with the sweeper and the curveball and the sinker. To me, that is him. That is swing and miss Sonny Gray.
Bobby Witt Jr. 5-tool shortstop. One of baseball's very best. 303, 7 home runs. And a 5-tool guy. Here comes the 0-1. 0-2.
That sinker was really good for him last outing too. Got a lot of swing and miss with it. He located it. Bobby Witt, arguably the best all-around player in the game. You know, I know Ohtani pitches, you know, and all this other stuff, but defensively, speed, power, average, full package. This guy, fun to watch.
And since May 4th, he's hitting .360 with 5 home runs. So Red Sox are seeing him swinging a very good bat.
Very simple in the plate. Kind of leads into that back hip. Uses the whole field. That's what 300 hitters do.
Looked like he went. He did. On the appeal to Gene, the first base umpire, and that's strike 3. Sonny gets him. Keep him off the bases. That's a good way to beat these guys.
Well, that sweeper, this is what we're talking about, Sonny Gray. You know, throwing the ball real well all year this year, but the strikeouts, again, a 200 strikeout guy, and we haven't seen him. His last outing, 6 in 6 innings. That was a season high. Get that spinner going, right? The sweeper, the curveball. There's your swing and miss to go with that sinker.
Pasquantino at 202 with 5 home runs. Slow start for him. And a big year last year. Hit 32 homers. He drove in 113. So you have some guys in this lineup that can hurt you with the long ball. This is one of them. Salvador Perez behind him. Obviously Bobby Witt Jr. popped up off third, ranging on it Sogard with room, and he's got it. And Sonny Gray off to a really nice start, gets him 1-2-3 to open up the ball game. Back in Kansas City, we welcome you to the Surfside second inning. No score after 1. Contreras, Yoshida, and Monasterio against Seth Lugo. Wilson at 253, 9 home runs. Hit a key one in the Atlanta series. Red Sox had 23 hits in that series in Atlanta. 11 went for extra bases. Ground ball is short, and the backhander by Garcia on target. It's a very strong arm. One down. Problem was the Red Sox didn't string any of those extra base hits together.
And then you go 2 for 25 in scoring position. Like, think about that, 2 for 25. It's been going on even like the first inning. Still 9 runs, lowest in baseball in the first. That 1-2-3 inning for Lugo was the first 1-2-3 he's had since April 4th. That was 8 starts ago.
Yoshida hitting out of the 5 spot, playing left field tonight. Likes to swing the bat in this ballpark. Maybe tonight that first home run comes. Monasterio after him. Flies that one not deep. Coming on Isbell to make the play. 2 down. He's off the end of the bat. Red Sox here for 3 all-night games in Kansas City as we check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. With Meyer playing second base this evening, but was taking ground balls at shortstop tonight.
Yeah, it looked fine. I mean, he looked like he'd been playing there all year long.
Thought he looked more than fine. He looked really good. I mean, he's a big kid. You don't see many his size playing shortstop as gracefully as that.
He got his work in at second like he normally does pregame with the infield work.
Flied out to left, little looper that's going to drop for a base hit. So Monasterio on first knock for the Red Sox tonight, first base runner.
Well, when the Red Sox started taking BP, because you do the infield work before batting practice now. Chad Epperson was hitting him ground balls at short. Flores was out at short with him, and he was just throwing the ball to first, turning double plays, showing off the hand, showing off the arm. I don't know how long they wait for that, but tomorrow's a good day for it.
Hitting .218, 2 home runs. Trying to find it offensively like so many of his teammates. Did have that go-ahead home run in the 6th inning on Friday in Atlanta. First of the 2 losses as it turned out. He'll check.
Well, he, like a lot of guys, and I've said this before, it's universal. It's just hitting. You know, the answer is always the other way. You know, fastball, drive it to left center, little hanging soft. You pull that thing. He pulled that slider for a homer. Get back to who you are. Earlier in the year, we saw him driving the ball to left center for a couple of doubles. I just think that's who he is. There's a lot of pull side want in this lineup right now.
2 out and a base runner. Just haven't seen, even with the extra base hits in Atlanta, very many gap shots.
No, you're right. A lot of the doubles are hooked down the line. Like, almost making the outfielder turn around and run.
Yeah.
They're hooked down the line pull side. His pull.
Too much of that. Runner on and the 2-2. And he'll take a ball inside to run it full. If Meyer reaches, Connor Wong doing the catching tonight. He's next.
Thing with Lugo, that 9-pitch mix, you really can't sell out. Say, okay, 3-2, he's going to challenge me. Could make a mistake with location, but you got to be kind of middle of the field, ready for anything.
Monasterio will get a head start with 2 out, 3-2. There he goes, and that's in his strike 3. So Lugo picks up his 3rd K. All of those looking in the first 2 innings.
Kansas City. Talk with Carlos Narvaez today, guys, after he left yesterday's game with right middle finger. He actually said it happened earlier in that series when he slid headfirst into home plate. Later that game, he took his glove off his glove hand and then he popped it back in. He said had x-rays, they were negative. Says he's feeling much better today and he's available to hit in an emergency. Now Chad Tracy says his goal is to have him back in there tomorrow because Narby told him he feels like he's got some strength in the digit, but also because he likes the pairing with Ranger Suarez, who's slated to start game 2 here in KC. Suarez sporting a 2.27 ERA with him behind the plate and holding opponents to batting just .211.
Jemai, thank you very much. And Salvi Perez just hit by a pitch to become the first base runner for the Royals tonight, leading off the second inning.
I was going to run a little sinker up and in. He's got that elbow guard. Still going to feel it.
You know, I hope we don't see tonight, Jemai.
Rain?
Hail. No hail.
Oh.
Because Jemai gets a little nervous when it starts hailing. He's out in the open. Carter Jensen will take a pitch in the dirt for ball one. But this is the part of the country with, you know, tornado warnings and some really crazy weather, and we're hoping to avoid all of that tonight and get the game in. Jensen at 237, a little bit of power, 6 home runs. Kansas City went to the playoffs 2 years ago, but they fell to 82-80 last year and missed October. Expectations were pretty high to return to the postseason this year. They got off to a really slow start, and like the Sox, have had a devil of a time scoring runs.
Had that good rotations kind of built around a Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, and just trying to find it and fill it. Kel Garcia's kind of really coming into his own, but hopefully Caglione and this kid here, Jensen, would add a lot of offense, but one of the toughest things to find right now in the game is offense. His arms everywhere.
1-2 from Sonny Gray. Fouled off himself and in some pain. Mike Quatraro, the manager, in his 4th year at the helm with a foul ball. Got the padding, it looked like.
Inside of that padding. The padding helps. Doesn't make all the pain go away. I was a little surprised Salvi kind of wore that one as much as he did, but that one there, you're still going to feel it.
Caglione on deck. He's a power source for them, too. And that'll drift in there and caught him looking. Came back through for a second strikeout for Sonny.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense presented by Car Shield. Nick Sogard back at third base. Monasterio Meyer up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right tonight is Yoshida, Duran, and Abreu. Karna Wong doing the catching.
Caglione, the right fielder, 246, 5 home runs, hit one 428 feet yesterday. So he has some pretty serious thump. As he'll look at ball one.
Yeah, it's a big bat speed, big boy. Got him in the outfield, kind of like a first baseman, but big kid, athlete. You just need offense.
They just snapped a 6-game losing skid on Sunday. They are slightly ahead of the Red Sox with a record of 20-27. Last place in the AL Central, but still only, 4.5 games behind Cleveland. 5.5 behind Cleveland. Coming into play tonight. There's the 2-0. Pumped in for strike.
Sonny, I love that 2-seamer he just threw to Jensen, down and in. Little comebacker to the lefty. That last outing against Philly, boy, that sinker was on point. He got 4 swing and misses on it and a sinker. Locating, diving down and in. Sets up all the other stuff he has.
Fouled again at home plate, and 2-2. Kansas City does score more than the Red Sox. They hit more home runs than the Red Sox. That's not saying a whole lot after 46 games. But on balance, the Red Sox have outpitched them.
Pretty good in this ballpark, though.
Mm-hmm.
13-10. They're awful on the road. 7-17. But they swing it here. A lot of guys in this lineup.
And a full count on Caglione. Collins on deck. No scores, second inning. Getting slowly more cloudy, as the meteorologist said it would, as we get deeper into this one. And the 3-2 from Sonny. A line line shot hit wickedly down the right field line, up against the wall. Salvador Perez will chug into third. The throw comes into second late, and it's a double. That'll put runners at second and third, one down for Kansas City. That came off the bat at 108.6 for Caglione.
Yeah, this is that curveball. Just left it up 3-2. You kind of, you want to kind of throw it for a strike. That was just up and in, left there, and he didn't miss it. Maybe you want to keep that ball away from him a little bit more, but Abreu tries to get Caglione at second, knowing that Salvi's running. There's no threat of him trying to score on that. And because of Salvi's speed, even like Meyer now being able to play back, take advantage of it.
Collins hitting .228, switch hitter. As Lou mentioned, a lot of them have much better numbers at home. This is one of them with .438 on base percentage in this ballpark.
You see where Meyer is. Ground ball to him. He's still going to try to get Salvi at home. He knows he doesn't run well. Get a little more range.
0-2.
Yeah, Collins hitting .131 on the road. .318. You know, for a bad offensive team, when they're in this building, their OPS is .785. That's third in baseball. And a .265 batting average, that's fourth in baseball. They're a little different offensive team in this park.
Sure are. That's a fairly big park, too. Here's the 0-2. And in there. Caught him looking. Strike three. He made a big pitch there on Collins for the second out.
Sinker again. Now this one gets a little bit more of the play, but it gets Collins to kind of stand up. You see that reaction? He thinks that ball's going to be in on him. He stands up. It ends up down the middle of the plate. It's a good pitch for him right now.
Well, an opportunity to get out of this thing with Massey, the batter, the second baseman, a .216 average, and grounds that one past first foul.
This guy's another one. .333 at home. 109 on the road. I mean, that is crazy.
This guy has 19 hits on the year. 10 of them have gone for extra bases. Sonny Gray up, strike one. Second and third for the Royals. And he won't chase it.
You always talk about pitchers, right? Stressful innings. It's really the ultimate stress for a starting pitcher, knowing a knock right here, your team's down 2-0. And you're 1 in 24 when you're down 2 runs. Like, you can't give up a hit here.
One on the infield. Little tapper here to Marcelo Meyer, and Sonny Gray, very, very cool customer, gets out of that jam. Well, Sonny Gray pitching out of a tight spot there. Red Sox batting here in the top half of the third inning. No score in Kansas City. Dave, Lou, and Jemai with you here for game number 1. And Kanawa catching tonight. .255. Without a home run. Red Sox with a base hit last inning. These early innings, though, just roll by one after another, game after game, without any offense.
It's just very stressful on your staff. They've been throwing the ball well. Other than that outing yesterday from Bayo, but you feel like you need to put zeros up the first 4 or 5 and scratch and claw.
0-2 from Lugo. And a high fly to left field, backing up a bit Collins, and now in. One down. Lugo has made 3 starts against the Red Sox since 2024. He's 0-3, ERA at 6.61. But every lineup's different year after year. In there for a strike on Sogard. 250 for the switch hitter. Starting at third base tonight. We'll rattle that one to first. Pasquantino to the pitcher, and he beats Sogard there. 2 up, 2 down. Top of the order, and Duran next.
Right before the game, you're talking about Sogard. Had 1 for 4 yesterday, but he lined out to second base, and you're looking for something, right? Caleb kind of in the cage, working on some things, that approach, try to change some things, working hard at it, but give him back-to-back days. See if he's back in there tomorrow, but Chad Tracy trying to find some offense.
Jaron with a ground out to second, open up the ball game. Go back to the beginning of 2024. He is second in the American League in triples, 27. It's a good triples park.
It is. That right center's big. It's a big ballpark.
Corbin Carroll of Arizona, #1 with 35 triples since 24. The breaking ball misses.
It was funny because Trace was talking about that, putting Sogard in there, trying to find some offense. He liked the at-bats. Meanwhile, you know, Rafael is not in here, and he's been swinging it. So Mickey's been swinging. They're trying to get Yoshida going. He's been scuffling lately, but no Rafaela.
The Red Sox felt that he had done so much running in the Atlanta series, gaps and back on the ball. He was a little bit sore. They wanted to give him the day. This is another big outfield.
Yeah. Big outfield where you want your guy in center. Give him a day and get back in there.
2-2. And a full count on Duran, who has 9 stolen bases, looking to get on here any way he can in a scoreless game in the third. Gasper on deck. And a full count on Jaron. The 3-2 from Lugo. And he walks him. So that'll put Duran and his speed aboard. And Gasper trying to do something with that. Mickey struck out looking his first trip.
And Selby's not a spring chicken, but he can still throw the ball pretty well. Above average pop time, but if anything, try to get a big leg kick here from Lugo. See if you can get in scoring position with 2.
Salvador Perez, their captain.
That's that big leg kick you want. Takes him a while to get rid of it.
Perez 5 Gold Gloves. He's had a terrific career. He's also hit 300 home runs. He's headed to the Hall of Fame, don't you think?
Gotta believe it. Won a World Series, 5-time Silver Slugger. World Series MVP, 5-time Gold Glove, 9-time All-Star. Like one of the better catchers of his time.
Duran back in.
How many home runs he got? 300, over 300, right? 310.
Yeah, over 300. I mean, he's approaching George Brett for the franchise lead.
7 off.
7 away. Talking George Brett in there for a strike. So yeah, he's going to have a statue outside this ballpark one day, I would say. And headed for Cooperstown when it's all said and done.
15 years, all with the same team, too, right? You don't see that often.
2-1 drifts outside. Good take by Gasper as they count his way, 3-1.
It's always the interesting count. Do you send the guy 3-1? Because you want Mick to say, look, an inner half to drive, take that strike away because it's not the one you're looking for.
Duran holding, swing, popped him up. Into left center field, Collins and Isbell. And Isbell to make the catch to retire the side. A walk and 1 man left. Bottom of the third in Kansas City. Dave, Lou, and Jemai no score. So they'll go 9-1-2 in their lineup with Kyle Isbell lead things off against Sonny Gray. Sonny in a little bit of trouble in the second inning. A hit batsman and a double. He escaped that with a strikeout and a routine ground ball in the second. And the need to be perfect for the starters. Here's the 0-1. Bounced it. Sonny 4-1, ERA 3.18 coming in. Both of these starters are 36 years old. And Michael Garcia on deck.
Since coming off the IL, he went 5 scoreless at Detroit. 6 innings, 1 run against the Phillies. Only give up 2 hits. That was an impressive outing against that lineup. And I don't care what their record was coming in or whatever. They're on fire. That is a very good team with a bunch of talent.
2-1. Ate him up with that cutter. Well, Sonny has not faced Kansas City in 3 years, but he's had a lot of success against the Royals. 9-2. 1.76 ERA. That's in 13 career starts.
That's his last 2 outings right there. Hitting that pitch count up too. It started at 70. Last time went out to 78. So now you kind of full go here today, I believe.
Trying to put away the number 9 hitter is Bell, and he does. Struck him out.
Good sweeper. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. And you know, talk about all the strikeouts. He had 6 last time. This guy again went from striking out 10 per 9 innings to only 5 going into that last outing. I think a lot of it, honestly, is like he just kind of leads with the cutter this year as far as percentile and usage. It's not a swing and miss pitch. It's a bad contact pitch. Get back to that sweeper curveball, and you're going to see some more swing and miss.
Michael Garcia 0 for 1 with a grounder to short. And then Bobby Witt Jr. Garcia, breakout year last year. 286, had 60 extra base hits. Went to the All-Star game, won a Gold Glove. Bounder up the middle, and under the glove of Meyer, and threw into center field for a base hit. So he'll take the big turn, but back to the bag. That is their 2nd hit. This comes with 1 down in the 3rd.
So right back up the middle. Marcelo's there, just right over that bag, left side of it. Looks like he overran it a little underneath that glove.
Bobby Witt 0 for 1 with a K. Time now for a high performance player presented by GMC. Nobody in baseball hitting the ball harder than this guy so far this year. Even harder more frequently than Alvarez. A little tapper here to 3rd. Sogard into 2nd, gets 1. They do get the force play to retire Garcia. And Witt Jr. becomes the runner at 1st, but 2 away.
That's all you're going to get there. Bobby Witt, fastest guy, foot speed in the league. Maybe from the right side, not the fastest home to 1st, but this guy flies. No way you're turning it here. Nice job just kind of getting the out. Yeah, that looked about 75% from him.
Yeah, right.
He knew he could beat that one out easy.
Yep. Pasquantino 0 for 1 with a pop-up. So 2 away and a base runner for Kansas City in a scoreless game. And Gray, first one will be downstairs for a ball. Sonny approaching 2,000 major league innings. Came in at about 1,950. Bounced up there, knocked down by Wong, and no advance as Witt Jr. goes scurrying back into first base.
Nice job by Connor. Really surprised Witt didn't take this, especially with his speed. You give me a ball in the dirt, I'm gone. All right, the way he runs, Connor wouldn't have had a chance, but he's able to keep him. Go right there. He's not throwing him out.
Witt Jr. 13 stolen bases. Last year hit 38. Not running. Fouled away. 2-1.
There's that cutter. You hear me talk about cutters a lot. I feel like that's the use of it. Right? You got an aggressive hitter, first pitch wants to swing, run a cutter in on him, right? Try to miss a barrel. 1-0, 2-0, you want to get big, I'm going to run a cutter in on you. But to lead with it, to try to get ahead but throw strikes, I just think you're asking for problems. Or finish off a hitter like Bayo tried to do to Riley yesterday, you're asking for problems.
Red Sox are kind of fond of the cutter, to put it mildly. 3 balls and 1 strike.
I mean, Garrett, Crochet, and Tolley, I get it. Power lefty, down and in, almost treats it like a slider, right? But
sure. Pasquantino with a 3-1. Down to a knee on a curveball. Always been a great pitch for Sonny.
I mean, when it comes to Sonny, I want to see that. I want to see the sweeper. Locate the sinker. Show me the other pitches once in a while.
Salvador Perez waiting on deck for the Royals. Runner goes, and he struck him out. A 4-seam fastball to get him. He's piling up the K's tonight. 2 in this inning.
Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. TC and Lenny, they're going to preview Ranger Suarez's start tomorrow. Only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
All of us went out for ribs last night here in Kansas City as we got in early enough to have dinner here, as Abreu will lead things off in the 4th. Willier puts it in play to the right side. A little 2-hopper for Massey. 1 pitch and 1 out. And one of the points of discussion during dinner, and we were all consuming vast quantities of ribs.
Yeah.
And all sorts of red meat.
Yeah.
We're talking about Lenny DiNardo's capacity to eat food at any hour of the day.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, like post game, just go to the hotel bar and order a ribeye. Like, it's not normal.
At like 11.
I mean, I know the guy works out 24 hours a day, but that's not normal.
Contreras will take one up and away for a ball. I would love to see that calorie count for Lenny. Any 24-hour period of the year. See exactly how much he puts away. It is impressive. And a strike on Wilson.
Crushes. Put down 5 rolls of sushi one night after a game by himself. Couldn't touch it. And ask him for 1 piece of it, he'd bite your hand off.
1-1 outside on Wilson. Yoshida on deck. Great ribs here, though, huh?
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, arguably the best in the country here in Kansas City. 2-1 popped up at first base. Pasquantino behind the bag and in fair ground. He's got it 2 down.
Yeah, the barbecue out here, it's kind of like just walking down the north end and say, where should I go eat?
Right.
Wherever you want, just walk in. Like, here's the same thing. It's like 6 options. They're like, where should you go? Oh, you got to try this. Have you tried this yet? Go here, go there, go everywhere. I'm going to try to hit them all on it the whole time, every day. A new spot.
Yoshida will fly that one to left center field toward the alley. A long run by the center fielder. Isbell, he can't make the play. Masataka rounding second. He's heading into third. Going to be a play there. He slides in. He's safe. And he winds up with a 3-base hit. He found that alley in left center. Isbell leaving his feet. Couldn't make the play. And the Red Sox have a runner 90 feet from home plate.
Well, Masa, we were just talking about this. Haven't seen an outfielder go backwards and run in a gap for a while. This thing here, he drives into left center field. This is a beautiful thing. And even with 2 outs, kind of extending it, getting to third base. It's a great effort out there by Isbell, but Masa's speed, you knew that was 3 off the bat. Perfect form all the way around.
Perfection. Monasterio looking to pick him up now. Fouls the first one away. That is Moss's first triple since his first year with the Red Sox in 2023. But a really good part for 3 base hits. Now comes the issue of bringing him in and scoring the run. Monasterio has been swinging a good stick. Take a ball outside. 1-1.
I mentioned the Atlanta series. It just continues, right? 2 for 25, 1 for 10, 1 for 10, 0 for 5. The stress you feel when your team is doing that in the batter's box, it's not exactly free. You have to kind of get rid of that and not feel like you have to save the team every time you come to the plate. Not easy, especially seeing it's been going on now for about 8 weeks. Relax, get a good pitch, and do what you do.
Yoshida off third. And a pop foul out of play. 2-2. Andrew Monasterio did have an extra base hit in 3 straight games earlier this month. That's 12 games, hitting about 280. Can he get the knock here to bring the run in? And the 2-2 from the righty. Two down.
It's like seeing somebody driving the ball the other way off this guy. You know, Mona's got the other hit. It was just off the end. Kind of out in front of it, right? Off the end. Little ball that dropped. Stay in the middle of the field.
Lugo with a 2-2. And struck him out. Got him with the high one. Monasterio could not stay away, and the Red Sox strand a runner at third. Now scoreless into the bottom of the 4th inning here in Kansas City, and Sonny Gray back at it. Salvador Perez knocks a foul. He got hit by a pitch in the 2nd.
Gray's Arsenal, presented by New England area Audi dealers, leading with the cutter. You can wonder why that whiff percentage is down. Again, that was a foul ball, so there's just not a lot of swing and miss to it. But the other one's a curveball, the sweeper. There it is. Good sinker today.
5 Ks. Got him to chase that one. And it's 0-2.
Sweeper working.
Four, 5, 6 for the Royals. Talk about the many things that Salvador Perez has accomplished. Best year 2021. He hit 48 home runs. 121 runs batted in. And they gave him the captaincy.
No, well deserved. It's an obvious choice, right? Should have it on the jersey.
Always looks good on your catcher. The 1-2 pitch. Got him to go. He went fishing on that sweeper. Strikeout number 6 for Sonny Gray.
There you go. That sweeper. And you know, all of it, you kind of establish this sinker fastball command throwing it for strikes, and when you do that, then you're going to start getting guys kind of fish at this. Still spins it better than anybody. The sweeper, curveball.
The DH Jensen, he was punched out looking in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. Delighted to report it is still dry in Kansas City. Game moved back a half hour because of the storm coming in. Maybe it'll miss. It's across for strike.
I feel like it's hit or miss guesswork kind of everywhere now. Here in Atlanta, wow, that came out of nowhere. We didn't see that one. Boston, rain all day long, ended up being dry all day long. Just sort of live life, Opie. See what happens late.
Yeah, it'll drive you nuts otherwise.
Yeah, if it rains, it rains.
1-1 and a high pop up into center. Durant plenty of time to get under. 2 away in the 4th. Sonny continues to mold them down. He's allowed only a couple of hits so far, and he'll get Caglione next. It was one of those. He tore into a double in the 2nd, but he was stranded eventually at 3rd.
One of the few guys he fell behind. Kind of had to come in with that strike. Keep staying ahead of these guys.
Base is empty. Any success for the Red Sox comes down to starting pitching. Chad Tracy, first one will mention that. 15 games in May. The Red Sox have a .273 earned run average. Tolley the other day, just terrific. 8 innings. Really pitched too.
Oh, he was great. He gave up a home run, the leadoff guy. You know, and then just gave you 8. You can give up runs in the first and kind of still give you a great outing, and that's what that was.
1-2 missing downstairs, and the count even on Caglione. Well, Greg got him 1-2-3 in the first, trying to do it again here in the fourth. Against the heart of their lineup. Liner and a diving play by Sogard.
Do it.
Steal and a hit. Stolen blind. Outstanding play on a searing line drive. 1-2-3 they go. Now on to the 5th inning. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. And it'll be Meyer, Wong, Sogard. Red Sox trying to get something started here against Seth Lugo. He's got a great defensive play by Sogard. And a line shot. It certainly looked like a clear base hit. Red Sox continue to play defense. 1-1 and a 2-hopper to Massey. And Marcelo Meyer a fast out. Now back to the play by Sogard moments ago.
You're right. Still pitching, still playing great defense. Sogard just a step and a dive. This ball was hit really hard by Caglione. A beautiful reaction from Sogi over at third base. Why don't we just string a couple hits together? I just want a couple runs.
Yeah. Connor Wong 0 for 1 with a fly to left.
Catcher challenge to the ball call.
Their first challenge tonight on a Laz Diaz call. So that one overturned. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
These guys are good. The Royals do a nice job with the ABS. You know, the Red Sox have 62 challenges.
There's another one.
Only 29.
Catcher challenge to the ball call again.
These guys have more overturned than we have challenges, attempts.
So that one's overturned too.
Yeah, and with it, yeah, I mean, better stay on your toes with Laz back there too. So that was an obvious strike. You challenged 62 times. They've now challenged 106. 66 overturned. 4 more than you've challenged.
I think Salvador is chatting up Laz Diaz big time behind that mask. Swinging a shot out to left field, driving back Collins. He's there. Well struck by Wong. Nothing to show for that. Red Sox did have a triple by Masataka Yoshida last inning. I think those two are having a running conversation. 2 down. Nick Sogard 0 for 1. And takes ball 1. Red Sox 2 hits, Kansas City 2 hits.
We're still talking.
Bases are clean with 2 away. And it's 2-0.
Base runners they've had have all come with 2 outs. 2-out hit by Monasterio, walk by Duran, triple by Yoshida.
Yeah, look at the strike. Game 2 coming up tomorrow night, and that'll be Ranger Suarez at 2-2 with a 2.44 ERA, 7.40 for the first pitch. And Connolly early goes on Wednesday.
We don't know who's going for them yet, right?
Do not.
Bubich to the IL.
Yeah. All right. Left-hander scheduled tomorrow. Michael Wacha is going to go on Wednesday. And that'll be ball 4. The Red Sox take their second walk against Lugo. And again, reaching with 2 outs. So Let's look at the pitching probables the rest of this series. And the Red Sox will have an off day on Thursday before opening up the homestand at Fenway Park against Minnesota and that Atlanta Braves team again.
It's kind of how you thought the year would go, right? You look up every night, feel pretty good about the guy in the mound.
Duran with a strike. 0 for 1 with a walk for Jaron tonight. Came in hitting 183. Oh, 2. Jaron on base of about 243. Sogard will get his lead at first with 2 out. And a veteran right-hander Lugo with the 0-2. And put him away on the swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 left.
Nothing game in the home half of the 5th inning. Sonny Gray piling up the K's at Kaufman. Last 2 seasons, guys, as you illustrated, Lou, he's compiled over 200 strikeouts. And he told us his strategy is to have a strikeout minimum each half inning. Said that feels more normal for his outing. Said he's been digging into that part of his game because he hasn't had as many strikeouts as he'd like. So he was searching for the why, but said he feels like he's slowly getting closer to that ability. 6 Ks in the game, accomplishing his goal of 1 per inning through 4. Obi?
Jemai, thank you. And you got this guy Collins looking. Swing and a miss, has him in the hole now. 0-2 to begin the bottom of the 5th. Collins, Massey, Isbell for Kansas City. And Sonny's starting to gain on the frequency of strikeouts his last couple of outings.
You're more like himself.
Trying to finish off Collins. And a chopper foul.
He's still throwing the ball well. I mean, to me, I don't need a guy to strike everybody out. I need guys to get guys out, right? You do have a guy that kind of used to striking out 200, 10, 11 strikeouts per 9, and this year you saw it under 5 going into that last outing. You're like, whoa. But there's a lot to do with pitch usage, and he's racking them up now.
Ground ball and foul off first base. Snatched anyway by Contreras. But a foul ball by Collins. He stays away from ball 4-2. Hasn't walked anyone tonight. Sonny in his career 129 wins, 103 losses, a 3.50 ERA. And a 3-time All-Star. He'll deal the 2-strike pitch to Collins. Yep. And he went. That's going to be strike 3. So there's number 6. I should say number 7 for Gray, and the first man in the 5th.
Another breaking ball. Show it in the strike zone. It's got so much break to it. Below the zone, he can't lay off it. Sonny continues to throw the ball well here now for his 3rd start in a row off the IL. Yeah, I remember I was on a team one time. We were struggling scoring. It's Grady Little. I'm trying to think. Couldn't have been 03 when he was managing, because I don't think that team ever went on a run where they didn't score runs. Remember one time we stretched, he came in and started getting on the pitchers. And we didn't know what he was doing, because the pitchers were like this. They're all throwing great. And he yelled at him and said, someone's got to throw a shutout so we can at least tie. And everybody kind of looked at him. He started laughing. He was like, we're going to be all right. Don't worry about it. Throw a shutout so we can tie.
Fly ball toward left center field. Yoshida and Duran converging. Massa can't make the play. Into second base, Massey, and he's there standing up with 1 away in the 5th inning.
Massey gives this ball right to left center, and you know, really it's just one of the first times now in a few years you kind of just see the difference in covering ground, right? Duran was out there, somebody else kind of covered that ground. Massa doing his best to get to it just off the glove. They'll go down for man in scoring position. Now you need Sonny to kind of pitch out of this. I would imagine that man, Cedon, that's the idea. You'd like to get a couple of runs and then be able to put the defense out there.
So it brings up Isbell, who whiffed his first time up. Man in scoring position for Kansas City. Again, Cedon Rafaela with a little bit of soreness after a very, very active 3 days in Atlanta. On top of another big outfield here in Kansas City, is resting tonight. Looked like Yoshida had the glove there.
Good.
And a base hit into left field. Massey hitting third base. They're going to test the arm here. Masataka's thrown to the plate. The tag. He is out at home. He got him. They cut him down. Massey out at the dish. Masataka Yoshida on target.
Masa was just setting this thing up from the beginning. He's going to let the double drop so he could throw him out at the plate. Beautiful, accurate throw by Masataka here to get it to Connor Wong. Nice one hop right on point. Get rid of it quick and, more importantly, accurate to get this tag down and cut that run out at home. Really nice job. Connor had to go on that baseline to catch that baseball. That's okay. I think you had to test this out, right? It's a 0-0 game. You have to send him there.
Sure. It's also a fine play by Connor Wong.
He just washed that double out. Now it's like 2-out single. No big deal. That was in the plan. I'm telling you.
Exactly what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. He wanted to, looking for an assist.
So 2 down with a base runner at first. Garcia has gone 1 for 2 with a single. It remains 0-0.
It's a big play in this game.
Sure is.
Preserve the tie. They're going to get a couple next.
1-1 to their leadoff man and zip right through there for a strike. 4 hits for Kansas City. Red Sox with 2. Sonny's got some defense these last couple of innings. The Sogard play, which might have gone for a double if he didn't make that play. Just hit so hard, swung on and missed. Oh. Down he goes, strike 3. Garcia firing down the helmet, and that is 8 strikeouts for Sonny Gray, and a terrific play by Masataka. Underway in the 6th inning in a 0-0 game, moving right along, and Mickey Gasper taking ball 1. Wilyer Abreu on deck. Red Sox have had the more dramatic plays tonight. A triple by Yoshida. He just threw out a base runner at home plate. Sogard with a wonderful diving catch to rob a hit. Red Sox need some hits in the worst way. Gasper has struck out and flied out.
I mentioned the 4 base runners they've had all come with 2 outs. That leadoff guy on here.
2-1 and a base hit into left field. Mickey Gasper continues to get a hit or 2 every game. Here's his first tonight, but a leadoff single in the 6th.
That's good to see too, leading this thing off. Now, any other part of the order, I would sit there and say you got to start thinking about moving him. You know, you got to start thinking about putting a bunt down, put some pressure on the D, try to make something happen. But you got Abreu, Contreras, not this part of the order here. Wilson to stay on something and drive it.
Wilyer does have a career home run against Lugo. 3 for 9 off him. Hitting .318 his last 23 games. He's been the most consistent hitter on the ball club. He'll look at a ball, followed that one all the way back into the mitt of Salvi Perez.
Just keep pitching away from his power. Saw that first pitch, sinker down the way. Saw that front hit open, looking at half. Everything he's thrown him has pretty much tried to at least keep this thing away from him.
Big cut, 1-2.
As Masa showed you, that left center's a big gap.
Red Sox 3 hits. Trying to solve Lugo here. The 1-2. Way outside.
Away.
Everything away on him. And a right-hander with a 2-2. And runs it full. Red Sox have taken a couple of walks so far tonight. Jarren Duran's taken one. Sogard's taken one. Contreras next. Red Sox getting another really good start tonight out of Sonny Gray. 3-2. And a high pop-up into left. Garcia and Witt going out, coming on Collins. One down.
This Friday, be one of the first 7,500 fans through the gates, and you can score Roger Clemens' 20 strikeout double bobbleheads presented by Gulf. Don't miss this must-have collectible at Fenway Park. Buy your tickets at redsox.com/promotions.
2 times in a career striking out 20. Throw over and Gasper diving back in. So Wilson on the night is grounded to third and popped up to first. He is 0 for 2. Jump back and it is ball 1. He's now third in Major League Baseball as far as getting hit by pitches, 8 times. Swinging a high fly ball left field. That's deep. Backing up Collins. Backing up. It carries and it is gone. Home run, Wilson Contreras. Number 10. The Red Sox at last break through. 2-run bomb for the Red Sox first baseman. And it is 2-0 Boston. That went 435 feet.
Thank you, Wilson. A couple games now, right? You're waiting for a Wilson Contreras 2-run homer. This time here, he gets a little sinker down and in. Didn't get in enough. Wilson, number 10 on the year. Again, just like in Atlanta, kind of searching for that vet guy, the guy in the clubhouse. They can kind of slow things down a little bit when things aren't going well. Look at it, started outer half, right down the middle of the plate. Can't miss that one. He does not, and hits it a long way.
Second longest home run of the season for the Red Sox, and that one presented by New England area Audi dealers.
Lean back at the end.
2-0. Swinging a shot here by Masataka to right field, and a running play by Caglione to haul it in. Well, he's had a couple of really good cuts tonight. And 2 down. Back to the home run by Wilson.
And middle. You know, a little sinker. I think you want that thing down and in. I don't think he was trying to backdoor it. This one's hit a long way. Feels like a 7-run homer.
It really did. 435. Monasterio here has gone 1 for 2. Fouled back out of play. Red Sox on the board at last here in the 6th. Contreras right now is on a career pace for home runs. A little loop shot into center field, and that's going to drop down for a base hit. Monasterio still getting his hits, 2 tonight.
Dropping a couple in there.
Red Sox with 3 hits in the 6th inning.
You know, we talk about this offense and everybody just needing to breathe a little bit. You had that 17-run outburst in Baltimore. And everything happened, but you'd like to get another one of those somewhere, right? 10, 12 runs, 15, 18 hits. Everybody get a couple. Game's over and kind of sleep at night. You wake up, you feel like you can get some momentum going. Sometimes just you need your guy. Veteran in that locker room, kind of telling everybody just relax to go out and show. Hopefully you can kind of put something together here the rest of this game, get some quality at bats.
So Kansas City with the first conference. 3 hits in the frame. Gasper with a base hit. He was on 1 down when Contreras crushed that one. Yoshida hit the ball stiff to right field. That was a drive that was caught by Caglione, and now Monasterio to base hit. So Red Sox breaking through finally against Lugo in the 6th inning. Meyer trying to keep it going. Marcelo's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out to second.
So fighting it a little bit now. 3 for his last 33. A little bit quick in that front. Yeah, get back to who you are. Left center's who you are.
There's a shot out to right center field. Long run Isbell. He's going to run this one down onto the track to retire the side. Red Sox swinging the bats in this frame. None better than Wilson Contreras and a 2-run homer. Red Sox in the lead. Look at Sonny Gray's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. And now the Red Sox have handed him a 2-0 advantage as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, throwing really well. Those 8 strikeouts. Now 11 swing and misses. That ties the season high from his last outing. Sweeper doing most of that damage. Got 6 of them on that pitch.
He's gotten Witt Jr. 2 times on a K and a fielder's choice, and it'll be Pasquantino and then Perez. So a very difficult part of the order. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Red Sox. Nothing across 4 hits for Kansas City. And Contreras with a blast. Cut on and missed.
Sweeper.
And a really good pitch. Witt has actually been one of the hottest hitters in the American League for several weeks now. Gray has kept him off the bases twice. Trying to make it a 3rd time with the 1-2 pitch. And struck him out. Poured it in at 93. It's been a strikeout machine tonight.
Again, the sinker. The location. I mean, can't stress enough how important location is in this league, right? It's off the plate. Witt gives up on it, comes back. You lose this pitch. If it's middle, he probably drives it, but it's a beautiful pitch.
9th punch out. Maybe a little outside the box, but here's Pasquantino. He's gone 0 for 2 with a K. And takes ball 1.
You know, the first 2 or 3 starts, you watch guys like Ranger Suarez and Sonny Gray, and you know, wondering what you're watching, and people. Then you get a couple veterans settling in here now in the 8th, 9th start in May, end of May, and you're just starting to see how they can throw the baseball with location.
Mile high pop up, but not very deep into right, coming on Abreu. And still coming. Willier will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. In front of Salvador Perez.
It's impressive to watch him work. There's so much power. Overpower guys. In and out. Don't worry about it. Throw as hard as you can. These 2, different. It's fun.
Yeah, really watching a guy pitch and mix it up beautifully. Working with Connor Wong tonight.
Connor the last couple times too.
And Perez has been hit by a pitch and also punched out. Pops it up, out, twist back out of play for strike 1.
You know, I got to stay on my toes too, by the way, in this booth. We're low. Like, we're right here. Territory. I got to make up for what happened last week.
Are you a little nervous?
No. No, I'm like
Good,
here.
good. Yeah.
I'm like focused. Like, this is game mode right now. I mean, we're like pretty tight. I feel like I'm at a high school game compared to where we just came from. You don't have to worry about a foul ball in Atlanta. Couldn't reach us.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're right there. You'll get another chance. I know you will. And I know you'll execute.
I don't know about the second part. I know I'll probably get another chance. I just don't, you know.
No, I like your confidence.
Yeah.
I like your confidence.
I don't play stick ball. I used to play with a glove. It's a lot easier with a glove.
2 down and a 1-1. And another pop-up into left this time. Yoshida on approach. Win another really smooth inning for Sonny Gray. They go in order in the 6th. It's our strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Big play back in the fifth. Massey hits this ball in the gap. Yoshida got a glove on it, but the very next hitter, he comes up, throws very accurate, beautiful one-hopper to Connor Wong. Does a nice job getting Massey at the plate. Just erasing that double one pitch later.
Well, a bullpen change here. Alex Lang coming out of the Kansas City pen, replacing Seth Lugo. 6 good innings out of him. But the Red Sox got him for the 2-run homer by Wilson Contreras, and Boston has the lead as we go to the 7th. Wong, Sogard, and Duran against the right-hander. Connor has flied out twice and looks at a strike.
Sinker 95. He's got a good slider to go with it. A little changeup. See the season numbers, but been a different guy. Last 10 games, hitters only hitting 121 off this guy.
Hard shot and a fair ball down the line just inside the chalk. Collins will dig it out near the warning track and into second base. Connor Wong with a double. Red Sox the last 2 innings are taking some cuts finally.
He's got one swing of the bat by Wilson Contreras. A little 2-run homer. All of a sudden you're starting to see some contact. Massa, Meyer driving the ball in the outfield. Connor jumping all over this slider, barreling it down the line for a double. Now if you're Nick Sogard, 2-0 lead, any way you feel possible, you got to get him over to third base. You want to put it down, so be it. Ground ball to first, second. Vinny way in.
Show and bunt.
Beautiful.
Garcia will glove and fire, and not in time. He's going to wind up a base hit. Connor Wong safely into third. The Red Sox have runners on the corners and nobody out.
Love when you get rewarded for playing baseball the right way. That's exactly what you saw from Nick Sogard. I'm going to put a bunt down. I got to force the third baseman to field it. Vinny's crashing. He deadens this thing beautifully. Sack bunt turns into a knock. You earn that one. Beautiful. Could have put it anywhere better than that.
Yeah. Could not have rolled that up the line better. That brings up Jarren Duran. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Infield in several steps. Nobody out. And Duran due for a big hit. Red Sox trying to get some serious breathing room here in the 7th inning in Kansas City. Wong and Sogard with their leads. And a strike.
We got to know Lang is going for the strikeout here. It's going to be soft away, breaking balls underneath the hands, fastballs up. Get a good pitch, get in the outfield.
High fly left field along the line. Collins moving over. Plenty deep enough, makes the catch. Wong will tag. He is in to score, and the Red Sox are on the board again. Jarren Duran doing his job to get that run in. 3-0.
It's a nice job. Doubled up on that changeup. You know, you're looking to pull a 3-run homer. Obviously is nice, but Jarren's seeing less and less fastballs. A lot of off speeds early. Curveballs down. Went out after that changeup again. And drives this ball to left field. Get in the air. Get that run home. Nice job.
Like you said, good baseball. In this inning, Gasper now 1 for 3 with a single. Runner on at first and 1 gone. 3-0 Boston.
Look at that record, 3 runs. It's hard to believe they're 19-27.
17-8 and scoring 3 runs or more.
Yeah, when the magic number seems to be 3.
Tonight getting another outstanding start out of Sonny Gray. Sogard off first base, and time granted by Laz Diaz. Red Sox opening up a 3-game series here against the Royals. They're going to build a brand new ballpark in downtown Kansas City. Supposed to be ready around about 4 years from now.
It's going to be a while.
This has been very much an iconic place. Ground ball to first, right through Pasquantino down the line. Sogard hitting third and will stop there. Pasquantino had a play to make it, ate him up. The Red Sox have runners at first and third with one away.
Take everything you can get. Mickey hits this ball hard. He just gets his feet too close together. Watch it here. Look how close his feet are when he tries to field this ball. Look like he's actually off balance because of it. You hop off that bag and a lefty hits a ball hard at you. Sometimes that reaction time isn't there.
And Abreu trying to cash in. They're going to rule that charitably a base hit, which means Mickey Gasper at the moment is 2 for 4, another multi-hit game.
I told you on that ball that I dropped that it went for a hit. Baseball in 2026. Ball was hit hard, but it was
Everything's a hit.
between the legs. Listen, Mick will take it. It's beautiful.
That was 78 miles an hour, that ground ball. But Mickey with another knock. And here's Abreu with a swing and a miss at home plate for strike one.
This is where Williard got to go to school, right? Like, I know what he wants to do, but remember that at bat with Duran in this similar situation, first and third. First pitch was a changeup, and he's looking dead red in to pull on it, pulls off of it. Next pitch was a changeup. You got to use the big part of the ballpark. Similar thing. Drive this ball to left center, left field. Stay on it. Get this run in.
Contreras waiting on deck. He's already cracked a 2-run homer tonight. And a 1-strike pitch from the righty. Well, you're fanned in the first inning, grounded to second in the fourth inning, flied to left in the sixth. Got an RBI opportunity right here. And Lang out of the set. Red Sox have dropped 5 of their last 7. Looking to get off on the right foot here in KC. They've won 7 consecutive series against the Royals. Pen on and missed and got him. Strike 3. A tough night so far for Abreu. He is 0 for 4. Here comes Contreras back to his home run in the 6th.
Oh, much needed 0-0 ball game. Gets a sinker, hits it a long way. 110 off the bat, 435. Number 10 in the year. RBIs 26 and 27.
Two on and 2 out in the 7th, and a run home in the inning. Starter Lugo out of the ball game after 6 innings. So the Sox into their bullpen, looking for another run. Sogard 90 feet away. Broken back ground ball. It's Garcia to gobble it up. Red Sox will settle for that one, but they're on top 3-0 in the middle of the 7th inning. Well, Sonny Gray with another outstanding start. He has struck out 9 tonight. That's a season high for the right-hander. Red Sox ahead 3-0, bottom of the 7th. And Jensen, who has gone 0 for 2, will lead things off. They have activity in both bullpens, and Slayton in the pen for the Sox. This is pitch number 77 for Mr. Gray. He's been in command. Really got tested early in the game in the 2nd inning when he hit a batter, gave up a double. Then he froze them with a strikeout and a ground out. Pretty much been sailing since then. And a veteran with a 2-0. He'll miss their ball 3. Has hit a batter, hasn't walked anybody.
I only wonder if he's hit it a hit or two. You'd love to see him kind of get back into this account, get another hitter, see if he can get that 10th strikeout.
And the 3-0. It's going to be ball 4. So he puts on Jensen with a walk to begin.
Ball call.
And a challenge. And it is going to be ball 4.
Bad miss. Almost 3 inches. Let that one go. Now, we've been in this spot before with this team in challenges. They got 1 left. You got a 3-0 cushion.
That was Sonny Gray who challenged that one.
Sonny challenge.
Oh, yeah.
That's why pitchers shouldn't challenge.
Like ever.
Connor might have.
That's right.
Connor's actually been pretty good this year with it.
Caglione will pounce on that one. That'll drop toward the gap. It'll get by Abreu all the way to the wall. Jensen rounds. He's going to try and score, and he will without a play at the plate. And it's a 3-1 game. So the walk proved costly. And Caglione with a double, his 10th RBI of the year.
Well, he's the one guy that's really got to Sonny all game here. His 2nd double of this game. Remember, he was also the one that hit the ball to Sogard, made that beautiful catch at 3rd base. So that's 3 at-bats. He's kind of been on him. Looks like that's going to do it for Sonny.
And Tracy headed for the hill as it gets all the way to the fence. So walk and a run scoring double. Great pitching into the 7th inning, and he is done for the evening, allowing only 5 hits. Slayton coming on. We'll take the break and return to Kansas City with more in just a moment. Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. By Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. The strikeouts to Sonny Gray tonight, 9 of them. Most he's had this year. Salvador Perez got him on a sweeper there. He was really, really good. He leaves a runner at 2nd base, though, for Slayton. And a run in for Kansas City. And here's Collins, who will take strike 1.
Well, Slayton's been really good. 3 scoreless since he's come off the IL. Matter of fact, making his 8th appearance, hasn't given it up yet. See that ERA at 0.
Ray got this guy on strikes 2 times. Downstairs and 1-1.
Extremely tough on lefties so far this year. 0 for 10. Only 7 appearances, but small sample size.
Collins switch hitter. He's hit 3 home runs on the season. And the 1-1. Nobody out, a walk and a double in the inning.
Well, this is the spot. This is the importance of Justin Slayton, right? This is that 3rd piece to go with Whitlock, to go with Chapman, to come in, clean up some innings. Weisser was given this role early when he was hurt. He just off to a tough start. Trying to get him some confidence innings, clean innings.
Big time uptick on the fastball, 98.
Yeah, that has been noticeable. Seen a lot of 98, seen 99 from him. I mean, listen, last year's fastball average 96.7, so still a good one.
Caglione off the bag at 2nd. And just down. 2-2. And a right-hander looking for Big K here out of the pen. Hey, got him, struck him out. Upstairs at 98 miles an hour. Huge first out.
That sure is. 98 elevated. Really attacks with that cutter more than anything. Then he comes with this pitch here, this 4-seamer just up in the zone, beats him up. Sweeper. Not many of these curveballs that we saw more last year, just pretty much 3-pitch mix.
Massey with a double last time up. He's 1 for 2. Nearly got by Wong. Runner holding at 2nd. 3 runs, 8 hits for the Red Sox, a run on 5 hits for Kansas City. And a big right-hander with a 1-0 pitch. Royals just ended a 6-game losing skid on Sunday. So they have been a very cold team. The 2-0. And that's ball 3. Isbell, the number 9 man on deck. Slayton trying to get all the way back into this count. The 3-0 and a strike.
He tends to go to that cutter when he needs a strike.
And that second base does belong to Sonny Gray. 3-1 to Massey. 3-2. Well, you got Collins with a blistering fastball at 98 up and out of the zone. And now a payoff pitch to the number 8 hitter. Caglione, the base runner, and the 3-2 coming. And a chopper to the right side. That'll be fielded by Meyer. Pitcher will cover. Slayton got there in time. Down to third goes Caglione, but now 2 away.
Scary play there. Wilson, I'm sure if he had that one over again, he realized Meyer's right behind it. He stays home. It's a much easier play. Doesn't ricochet off his glove. Meyer, of course, doesn't panic, never does. Makes a good feed to Slayton covering. Just made the whole play harder. That's what they're talking about now.
If you missed it, we were chatting about as we came on the air. Marcelo Meyer took his ground balls at second in the pregame, then took a bunch at short tonight.
Yeah, and that's really about just kind of getting back over there and just working on the angles. The angles are different, right? The angles you can take at second base may be a little bit wider. At shortstop, you want to come get up the middle, come get the balls in the hole, just kind of get used to it again. It's old hat to him. He's played here his whole career. Perfect.
Kyle Isbell is fanned. He's also singled. He's 1 for 2. 2 down. And we're at third, right through there for strike 1. Red Sox ahead 3-1, 7th inning. And Slayton with the 0-1 pitch. Liner to right, and it is going to be a foul ball. Just barely. James Jean on top of that line as it went foul.
Cutter in. Yep, clearly foul.
And 0-2. So the right-hander trying to keep this run from crossing home plate, making this a 1-run game. Caglione leading down the third base line. And here's the 0-2 to Isbell. And a block by Wong. 1-2.
Nice block by Connor. Have the confidence to bury this down and in. Once again, still in that one knee. I know a lot of people talk about the one knee because he was able to just shift over. We really just talk about it when it goes to the backstop. We don't really talk about it when you're already down there and you can smother it, right?
He's had a good game back there. Made a nice tag on the throw by Yoshida to nail Massey at home plate. Whitlock is up in the pen.
He's throwing too. He's coming in this inning.
1-2 on the way.
Obviously Slayton looking to finish it right here, but you wonder with the top of the order coming up next, Garcia and Witt. They won't give him the minimum.
Two down, runner at third, 1-2. And Justin Slayton home to his bell. Hey, got him, struck him out. Foul tipped it into the mitt. 1 run scores. It's a 3-1 game.
Celebrate inclusion and community at Fenway Park, May 26th, annual Disability Pride Night. You can get your tickets through this special offer and receive a jersey featuring Disability Pride flag. Secure your tickets now at redsox.com/disabilitypride.
8th inning, Kansas City. Red Sox head 3-1. Masataka Yoshida very much playing a role in this one tonight. He has a triple. He'll take a ball high from John Schreiber. You remember the right-hander who spent 3 years with the Red Sox from 21 to 23.
Johnny Leverage. Throwing the ball better lately. 1.64 ERA his last 11 appearances.
And a ground ball right at Witt at short. Masataka with a triple, and he's also thrown a man out at home plate tonight.
It's a big run. It would have been a 1-0 lead, but 3-1 ball game. Could have gotten that much closer. I would imagine you're going to see Cedon in the outfield next inning. Probably would have pinch ran for him if he got on.
Andrew Monasterio is 2 for 3 tonight. Couple of singles. Around a strikeout. Showing a bunt, fouls it away.
I like it. Good thought, right?
Yeah. Very much.
See, he's going to give it to you.
And Sogard's already bunted for a hit. Base is empty and one away in the 0-1. And he went on a pitch way outside. 0-2.
Look at that good sweeper and that low release point. Get a lot of swings like that.
Meyer on deck. And made very quick work of him there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And 2 away.
After that low sweeper out of half, you got that swing on it. He comes with that 2-seamer away and it's kind of by him. Was looking to spin there.
Marcelo tonight 0 for 3. He's fanned, grounded out, flied out. Up the middle he goes, and a base hit into right center field. It's a bit of a day saver there, and what he hopes is his last at bat. Red Sox with a 3-1 lead late.
I like the location of the last 2 swings, right? This is be a fastball, outer half. Gets a little bit off the end, but still stays in the middle of the field. Remember his last at bat, he drove this ball to right center, maybe even more center field. Just stayed in there a little bit longer with that front side. Hitting the ball hard up the middle.
Connor Wong 1 for 3. A double and a run scored. Very big run in the 7th inning. Red Sox have out hit him 9-5. And a 2-out single by Marcelo Myers. He gets his lead. 0-2. Game 2 here tomorrow night. It's Ranger Suarez who goes in 2-2 at 2.44 ERA. And has been throwing the baseball exceptionally well. And the 2-strike pitch. Got the bat on it and stays in there. Then a Wednesday night, Connolly early, the lefty against old friend Michael Wacha, the right-hander veteran, still pitching very effectively. He has a 2.83 ERA. He's always had that great changeup. Runner at first and 2 down. And sock foul out of play. Sonny Gray pitching into the 7th inning. He can pick up the win tonight. And if the bullpen holds it, Sonny goes to 5-1. Swing and a miss, and another pitch outside the zone, but he gets great movement on it. 1 man left. 3-1 Boston. The Ford.com/local call to the bullpen, and here comes Mr. Whitlock. He will get the top of the order. Garcia, Witt Jr., and Pasquantino. And another tight one for the Red Sox. We thought maybe Cedar Rafaela would be headed out to the outfield, given the score and the point in the game. He has been sore, but he must be really sore. So Masataka stays in the game and left.
I want to give him that day. Masa just hit in the 8th. You figured normally you put your defense out there in the 8th and 9th, but maybe Cedar is a little sore, beat up. Give him the extra time.
So Garcia to lead things off, 1 for 3. Chops it to the middle. Monasterio with a nice scoop, fires on the run to get him. Well played there for out number 1.
Nice job by Andrew, kind of coming and getting this ball, getting in that hop off the ground. Nice play, you know, a little bit off the end of the bat. So we're talking about the angles, right? Get that right angle to the baseball, get all that momentum going to first base. Witt's been really good the last 3 outings. Hasn't given up a base runner. Hasn't walked a guy. Struck out 5. The velo up 96, 97 at times.
He's retired his last 11 batters. The Red Sox have gotten Witt Jr. all 3 times tonight. If you're going to beat them, that is a great place to start. He has struck out 2 times. It's a 2 out of 3 against Whitlock lifetime. Red Sox had 3-1, bottom of the 8th inning. And in center field, they'll be down for a base hit. And he was the hottest hitter in their lineup by far, one of the hottest hitters in the American League coming into the series, and just almost impossible to keep him off the bases all night.
Yeah, I had 0 for 4 yesterday. It snapped a 9-game hitting streak. He was hitting over 400. This one here just gets that little run and sinker up. Right middle. You saw him gesturing back to Pasquantino and the other guys talking about the shape of the fastball, no communication to his hitters.
Pasquantino 0 for 3, indicating a bunt, has to dance away from that, and ball 1.
Well, they need base runners. Get down 2, but of course this guy's got some power too.
Yeah, I mean 32 home runs last year. He's looking to bunt here.
Sogard's playing deep, but
1 down, no bunt here, and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody scored in the game till the Red Sox got a pair in the 6th inning. They lead it 3-1. Fouled away. 1-2. Salvador Perez, always dangerous, lurking on deck. Whitlock home with a 1-2. Left it down. Pasquantino with 5 home runs. Runner goes. cut on and missed. Here's the throw down to second, not going to get him on the strikeout. So Witt Jr. picks up his 14th stolen base, but Pasquantino fans, and there are 2 gone.
It's good fastball location from Witt. This is where he wanted to pitch before. Yanked it down and in, but just painting outer half. Keep the ball away from him. You know what he's trying to do. And a good jump by Witt. He gets his 14th of the year.
And now Salvador is 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. Fouled away for strike 1. Catcher from Venezuela's had a great career. Over 300 big league home runs. Whitlock with the 0-1. And now 0-2.
Just getting that up and in, not letting him get those hands extended. It's getting in on him.
Perez with a home run yesterday in the victory over the Cardinals, the 0-2. On the infield, gently hit. Sogard will sling it over there and gets it. More good work there by Whitlock. 1 man left. We go to the 9th. 3-1 Boston. Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering the trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. Learn more at CVS.com. In Kansas City, 9th inning, 3-1. Red Sox have the lead. They have 9 hits to the Royals 6. Well, what has turned into be a very comfortable night. And no rain, not yet, no showers. Game was moved back a half hour. Started a little bit earlier because of a storm on the way. Here comes Steven Cruz, tall right-hander who took a loss on Friday on a walk-off hit.
Good big fastball here. You see those 7 walks and 8 2/3, but it's going to be averaging 97. Slider and a cutter. Get Sogard here and then the top.
Nick 1 for 2 of the walk here tonight. Breaks his bat on a roller to Massey at second. And on 1 pitch, 1 away in the Red Sox 9th. Top of the order, Duran next.
That is a big cutter, huh? 96.
Those great cutters, they bust a lot of bats. Jaron with an RBI tonight in the 7th inning. Good job of hitting with a runner at third. Got it airborne with less than 2 down. Hit it plenty deep enough. 3-1 Red Sox advantage, and Gasper on deck. He's taking a walk tonight as well. And we'll take a pitch outside. Both teams got a good start out of their starters. Lugo for them went 6 strong, only 5 hits, 2 runs. Right now he would lose it. Sonny Gray was better though, allowing only 1 run. Struck out 9 in 6+ innings.
And when he walked 1, it was that leadoff hitter in the 7th that did him in.
And that's going to be ball 4. So the Red Sox speed guy is on. See what he is up to in a 3-1 game as he takes the walk. The official hospital of the Red Sox, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. Mickey Gasper now. Mickey with a couple of hits tonight. Once again, he's gone 2 for 4. Man out of Merrimack, New Hampshire, in for a strike.
Jaron's going to give this a bid, but that little slide step might slow this thing down. See if he can get a bigger leg kick out of that pitcher, Cruz.
not running off the plate. 1-1. Perez, the 5-time Gold Glover, back there. Ground ball is short. Witt will go to first and get the out there. Duran will beat it into second. Witt took a look there, but fired on to first, and 2 gone.
That's the speed of Duran. You know, Massey's kind of with the lefty up. You see where he's positioned. This ball's hit right at Witt. He's thinking about flipping it, but it's going to be a foot race. It's going to be close. Probably still would have had him. He's just looking to get an out.
Now you got a man in scoring position. We'll see if that play makes a difference here. Abreu's gone 0 for 4. A couple of Ks tonight.
Another heater away. They just feed him heaters away early in counts.
Sure do.
If you ever started looking for him, start driving the ball to left.
0-2 on a ricochet. That one shaking up Salvador a little bit. And 2 strikes on Abreu. That's only happened to Salvador about 5,000 times.
Teammates, Team Venezuela, WBC.
Duran at second. 2 down, and the 0-2 to Willier. Trying to pick up a big run here in the 9th inning. Liner and caught by Witt. The side is retired. So the Red Sox lead 3-1. We're in the middle of the 9th inning. Red Sox trying to seal this victory in Kansas City. Game summary presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Sonny Gray really good over 6 innings, 9 strikeouts. That is a season high for him. Contreras with a 435-foot home run. That 2-run shot put the Red Sox in front. They expanded the lead to 3-1. Cedar Rafaela now in the game in center. So they do bring him on in the night. Duran moving over to left. And the big guy on the hill, Aroldis Chapman.
And he'll face Marte, who's had a career off him a little bit now. 6 for 16, 375 average. He struck out 9 times.
And in for strike.
It's either a hit or a K for the most part. Rallis has been fantastic. A little drama the other night with 2 outs. There's that error by Monasterio. Walked a couple of guys, but ended up getting out of it.
0-1. Cut on and missed. 96. Aroldis in that game tied Joe Nathan for 10th on the all-time saves list. The next man up is Dennis Eckersley at 390. Punch foul out of play. Rarefied air for Aroldis. And that play you mentioned, hot shot ground ball to ricochet off his foot. And he scurried over to grab it and flipped for the out at first. If the run had scored, whole different ball game. Here comes the 0-2. Got the bat on it again, inflicted foul.
Ball hits an ankle like that or a shoe, it could go absolutely anywhere. The fact that he was able to get off the mound, get to it, bare hand first, 38 years old, just fantastic athlete.
1 ball and 2 strikes. He spent so much time in the gym. A couple of different workout sessions every day for Chapman. Boy, did it pay off there. Tremendous athletic play to get that final out in Atlanta. 1-2. Got a piece of it. Caglione on deck. He's had a big night with a couple of doubles, and then we shall see. Chapman looking for the K on Marte. And in there, strike 3. The hitter wants to challenge it.
That is telling the strike call.
Might have been a little up. Gonna get the top. Yep.
Yeah, that is strike 3.
It's the one part of the zone that's a little unknown, right? Remember how the strike zones are. Everyone's top of the zone is a little bit different. That little slider up. It's a good start.
Caglione will be next. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. He has 2 doubles. He's also lined to third on a tremendous diving play by Sogard back in the 4th inning. Otherwise, he would have been 3 for 3 coming into this at bat.
Really the only guy that gave Gray any trouble. Smoked 3 balls over 100 miles an hour. Control everybody else.
And a lefty with the 0-1. Red Sox 3, Kansas City 1. Bottom of the 9th inning of game 1. Chapman with a 1-1 home. Roll is the 3rd man out of the bullpen. Trying to secure this win for Sonny Gray. Here's the 2-1. And a strike. Dropped in the slider. And 2-2.
He backed off that too because you got to worry about 98, 99 on top of the zone.
Collins on deck. And he's running full.
Lundy.
3-2.
100-mile-an-hour sinker. Get a strike here.
3-2 to Caglione. And a ground ball, little hopper there to first, gobbled up by Contreras, and 2 down. So the Red Sox 1 out away from picking up the win here in KC, and Isaac Collins has barely made contact tonight. Red Sox have struck him out 3 times. In the 2nd, in the 5th, and again in the 7th. And Chapman trying to shut the door on him. 2 down in the 9th. And a ground ball at third, scooped up by Sogard. That should do it. The Red Sox win it. And a very tidy win here in Kansas City. A final score of 3-1 as the Red Sox take game 1. Sonny Gray goes to 5-1 on the season.
Well, Sonny Gray was absolutely fantastic. His 3rd great start coming off the IL. And the bullpen did their job. Slayton was really nice coming in. Whitlock, Chapman, of course. And the offensive, scored 3 runs. You know, again, a 2-run shot by Contreras. That's the big one. And you get a nice win here to start this off.
This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. 3-1 the final here tonight. And stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny will break down the key moments in tonight's series win. And Jemai will chat with Contreras. That and more coming up after the break.
There you go, JD. That boy, Mona. There you go. That boy, well said. Good see.